Yo, what's up, guys? I just got done watching the Bulls play the Raptors, and let me just say, the Bulls have a real problem. I'd say for about 3 quarters, sometimes 4, the Bulls look like a pretty solid team, but always in the 4th, no matter if it's choking the lead away or just Boylen playing the bench when he shouldn't be playing the bench, or us just not having a closer. It's always something with the Chicago Bulls, and let me just start off by saying, this was, I'd say, a good game for the Chicago Bulls, even though we lost. I truly believe we should have won. The Raptors didn't have one of their best players in Fred VanVleet. The Bulls were at home, We finally won like 2 games in a row, so I thought the Bulls were maybe slowly turning the season around, but I guess I was wrong. And before I get into it and talking about Zach LaVine on the final possession, and let me just say, even though Lauri Markkanen has slowly gotten better, he's still not the Lauri Markkanen the Bulls need, especially if we want to win games and aim for the playoffs. But honestly, we shouldn't even be talking about playoffs. We should just be worrying about trying to win games and finding our closer, because in 33 minutes, Lauri Markkanen only had 13 points and 8 rebounds. It's okay stats, but they're not good stats for, probably our second best player on the roster. And also, Jim Boylen is an idiot. I mean, everyone knows it. He's dumb as shit. But the whole starting lineup of Kris Dunn starting at the 3 is just, it's not working. He needs to stop it. He needs to start Denzel or someone at the 3. Kris Dunn, he's not a shooter. Nobody guards him. They literally let him just chuck up threes all game, and he doesn't make any. I like Dunn off the bench. He played good in his role when he was the backup point guard. Making plays, defending. He was the better point guard always on the floor, but now he's not. He's guarding small forwards, and it's just a mess. Boylen needs to put an end to that. Like I said in one of my last videos, the Bulls really miss Otto Porter Jr. Another sad thing is about this game, Coby White had 0 points, but he had 5 assists and 8 rebounds, which really makes me happy because, at the same time, he's still a rookie, but at least he's still trying to do the little things in the game. And speaking of it, the more and more that Jim Boylen plays Denzel, Valentine, and Daniel Gafford, they just make him look like an idiot. Because they come off that bench with energy, and Denzel's knocking down 3-pointers, Daniel Gafford's blocking shots, dunking on people. They look like NBA players, and I don't know why they haven't been in the rotation. But yeah, that's a big problem with the Chicago Bulls. Jim Boylen, of course, his rotations are still terrible. Finally, Ryan Archie did not play. He played 4 minutes, and honestly, I love Archie, I really do, but he shouldn't be playing. Tomas Satoransky played a really solid game. He had 10 points, 11 assists, and 3 rebounds. But yeah, let's just skip to the end of the game. Zach LaVine, I'm fine with that shot. I really am. It's an okay shot. It could have been a foul. I like that Zach was, attacking the basket. He pretty much gave the game up to the refs if they wanted to, call a foul, if he would have made the layup. But at the same time, Daniel Gafford was wide open, and Zach LaVine should have just passed him the ball instead of trying to be the hero. And the Bulls could have easily won this game. Daniel Gafford could have had an easy dunk. And, sometimes I just think Zach LaVine tries too hard. Even though I love LaVine, he had a solid game. He had 20 points, 6 assists, and 11 rebounds. But the sad thing is, the starters played terrible after the second half. Zach LaVine didn't score a single basket after the second half. Going into the half, he had 20 points. He ended the game with 20 points. And I understand he's our number 1 scoring option, but if he's having an off, half, he shouldn't be taking the final shot. He should have passed it to Daniel Gafford. I also have this clip of him talking about it, so I'm going to throw that up real quick.
Yeah, just play up. We went baseline. I saw Marcus on that, try to get him in there and draw a foul. And I've looked at it now. I just wish I would have took extra dribble to see, the double team on me. Could have hit Daniel, could have kicked it back out. I thought I was making the right plays by trying to get in the air and get to the free throw line. It just didn't happen.
Shaq, how do you guys as a team prevent these discouraging losses from kind of snowballing and affecting morale, work ethic, whatever you name it?
I mean, we're fine. Obviously, you're upset in the moment like everybody is, but it's not like we're not playing with these teams and competing with them all the way down to the 4th quarter, even when we have leads. It shouldn't even have been a 1-point possession, but that's what we were left at, and we didn't execute it. not the next year we just didn't make the play.
Why is that? Because coach says you guys are really close. You keep working hard. You're developing, but you get right there and you can't get over the edge. Why do you think?
I mean, if I knew, I wouldn't be in this position talking to you, man. I mean, I don't know. Like you said, it feels like a little bit of a broken record, but you know, this is our job. We gotta go out there and compete. You know, every time we step on the floor, obviously we don't think we're gonna win, and you know, obviously we're not gonna go 82-0, but you know, we're trying our best. We just gotta stop it from. We got, like you said, we gotta break through at a point to where, you know, we make the play at the end, or we get out to a, you know, 7-point lead, 8-point lead, and, you know, we coach from there. So, you know, I think, like I said, it shouldn't even have got to that point, because I think we're playing the team really well.
But yeah, another huge problem with the Chicago Bulls this year are their free throws. You know, the Bulls are they're not aggressive a lot of the time. You know, most playoff teams, you know, get to the free throw line at least 20 to 30 times a game. You know, the Raptors got to the line 26 times and, you know, they won the game. The Bulls only got there 14 times. I feel like, you know, that's another huge problem the Bulls really miss, is like a Jimmy Butler player. Jimmy Butler always got to the line. You know, he always attacked. He always wanted contact. And I feel like Zach LaVine needs to learn that from him. He needs to want to go to the line. Him and Markkanen need to attack more, get fouled more, and get more easy points. And yeah, that's just a huge problem I've always seen. We lack aggressiveness at times, and it really pisses me off because, you know, not only is that a player's mindset, that's a coach's, you know. And Jim Boylen's supposed to be tough on these guys, and he just, I don't know. I feel like the players don't trust him at all. Actually, I know they don't. There's a bunch of clips, and I might throw them up. The team just doesn't respect Boylen, and that's another big problem.
Took a timeout on the floor, 4:52 to play here in the opening quarter.
But yeah, the last real problem about the Chicago Bulls is, honestly, you know, I don't like Boylen because his rotations have been ass this year. But the Bulls, you know, like I said, they don't believe in Boylen. So obviously they don't believe in his offensive system. And it's honestly sad because, you know, Boylen coached under Greg Popovich for a while. I mean, Greg Popovich is probably one of the best coaches of all time. You know, his San Antonio Spurs won many championships with this system. It's all about player movement, cutting, you know, unselfish ball movement. It's just, the Bulls do it, I'd say, for a quarter, and then the other team goes on a little run, and then we just forget about our system, and we don't pass the ball. We just, you know, ISO. Zach LaVine goes ISO and tries to take over, which sometimes he does, you know, and that's fine. But at the same time, you got to go back to the system because, you know, honestly, I know a lot of people say they don't like this system, but it has won many championships, and that's the proof. I mean, what more can I say? The system has won many championships. Like, the Bulls have to buy into the system. They have to just stop being stale. They have to make hard cuts. You know, the player movement needs to continue to move, get easy baskets. But yeah, those are the main problems that I see with the Chicago Bulls. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. Sorry I haven't made a video in a few days. I've been super busy with work. But yeah, make sure you leave a comment below letting me know what you guys think the Chicago Bulls' main problems are this year. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.